Hello, beautiful soul family. It's Breanne here. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome to Readings with Breanne. I'm excited to do a crystal ball gaze and a tarot pull for you guys for the month of February to see what kind of energies are coming up for this month and the overall energy of what we can expect on a collective level. So let's dive into the tarot and the crystal ball and see what messages are coming out for you guys for February. Now, I am really curious to see the energies that are going to be coming out today because I spent a few moments just connecting. I've pulled a few tarots. Again, of course, we're going to do this together as always. But sometimes I also get these winds in my ear. And see, I'm curious to see how many orbs or different things we may pick up in the camera today because I feel like there's a lot of spirits here right now. And with that being said, I'm going to try to connect some dots and get as, clear or specific messages as I can for you. But you guys, I'm getting a lot here that some of this may not be specifically for February, but that is going to be my intentions. Okay, spirits and guides. So if you guys can help us with the month of February, we're looking to look into that energies to see what we can expect collectively. So I'm going to spend a few minutes. Again, I have pulled a few tarot. I haven't pulled any oracles yet, but I have to say, with what I'm seeing, you guys, we have the judgment over the situation for February. And intuitively, I just feel like looking at the cards and the energies that are coming in here, this is, again, let's say certain forces working together at delivering us let's say truth. There is going to be a wake-up call for the month of February is what it feels like, you guys. And it may be difficult for some than others. Sorry, I had trouble getting that out there. There's a sense of some people may find some information that is coming to the surface to be quite challenging and difficult to, let's say, accept because of certain heavy belief systems that they've got, built up. So again, very important to use your discernment as times ahead here for 2025. But I see a lot of strong energy to support. There is going to be potential exposures, like big exposures when it comes to, this could be companies, this could be elites, the cabal, whatever you guys want to label that is, but it feels like there's going to be a multitude of things coming in. And if you can look at this, right now as I'm filming it, it is January 27th, and we haven't even taken we haven't been able to take the time to even process certain things that have happened over just 1 month. We've had the drones, we've had this mysterious fog, we've just had one thing after another. I believe it's now snowing in Florida. And I will say it's such fast movement, you guys. And I seen this earlier when I was doing a live webcast, and I'm curious. I'm going to be asking the tarot this question because I got a specific message when I was looking into a specific cryptocurrency. Again, you guys, this is all alleged. This is based off my perspective. Please do your own research. This is not financial advice. Okay. But this is a fast movement, 8 days, 8 weeks, sometimes 8 months, but it's a fast progressive movement forward. And I was getting that there could be quite a few cryptocurrencies. I heard they're getting higher, they're going up and up and up. And this could very much happen in the month of February as well, from what it looks like with this movement. So I think we'll see what I can see in the crystal ball and see if anything of that matter comes up. But I definitely want to pull the tarot when it comes to, let's say, the cryptocurrency or the economy for the month of February. So let me spend a few minutes and I'm going to see what I can see in the crystal ball. One of the things that is coming out very prominently in the crystal ball is it's almost like, to me, it kind of looks like a fault line. I'm not sure if it's lightning or fault line, but to me, I feel really guided more along the fault line energy. But there's something really highlighting India, you guys. Interesting. So I don't know if this is something like kind of a big I don't want to say big, but a fairly moderate. I don't know if this is an earthquake in India, you guys, but this is something happening. India. They keep talking about India. And the fact that I see the something which symbolizes the fault line could represent a potential, let's say, earthquake or something of that matter in India that is on a bit of a larger scale. Okay, I'm not getting like necessarily like a catastrophic, but I'm getting quite a strong one here. But you know what's also interesting? There's kind of like, I don't know if this is this. I'm pretty sure this is India. It's like in continuation. There's almost like a mass. Again, a lot of people are gonna be waking up. There's something about like mass prayer or like a mass event where a lot of people in India are getting together. I can relate it to as like a mass prayer. Okay, I do have a few notes that I wrote down prior to coming on as well, and I was getting a lot about potential shakeups when it looks to natural events or earthquakes and that sort of thing. Or are they natural, right? But in terms of like earthquakes, I see this being a big theme for 2025, unfortunately, and I feel like we could maybe experience some bigger ones. So if this is happening in February, I don't know for sure, but there is something really highlighted in the crystal ball relating to India and potential shakeups in India, okay? Okay, so let's keep going and see what we have. Well, so far, you guys, I'm just seeing a lot of weather things, you guys, like floodings. I'm actually hearing like monsoon, and that could relate. They're talking about the South and monsoon. I don't know, is this like South Asia? But there could be a potential. I mean, I don't know when is it monsoon season? Again, I'm not sure if this is February, you guys, or if this is referring to something later on in the year, but there is something very heavily coming out about, again, a potential earthquake or a monsoon. And I am getting highlighting India, and I'm also hearing the South as well when I hear monsoon. So that's definitely a very strong message coming out of the crystal ball here as well. Let's keep going and see what else here. I am again, okay, you guys, there's just so much here about let's say natural, the weather, okay, so what I'm seeing right now is it's kind of like it's like a buildup of pressure. So build up of pressure. And this is a lot of affected weather patterns here, especially I'm seeing like over North America for February. So high pressures building up. So, you know what's interesting? I actually had a dream too that it was snowing in Mexico. Just interesting weather patterns. And I feel like we have already talked about this potentially last month, or this was a big highlight when I did my global 2025. So I don't feel like this is limited just to February, but again, this is something that was strongly coming out. Huge weather shifts and bizarre patterns. I guess I can say bizarre weather patterns is what it looks like here, okay? So I think Western Canada can be hit quite hard here, potentially coming up. And just bizarre places also that don't usually, look at Florida. I mean, that's a given. Like, how often does it snow in Florida? Weird things like that. And I see them being a consistent carry forward where we're going to see some more really strange, let's say, weather events or potential manipulations here. Okay, you guys, this is really interesting, and it was something that came up, I think, a little bit in my earlier webcast today as well. Okay, what I'm seeing in the crystal ball right now is it is beams shooting down from the sky, okay? And this beam is it's a beam, okay? It's very colorful. To me, there's just like these beams shooting down, and I'm really drawn to this card as well. It's coming down from the sky. When I said this earlier, you guys, now if there is, I don't know if this is happening in February, but I'm getting a strong fast, like within the next potential, I'm just going to say 8 days to 8 weeks. If there is a potential alien invasion or an attack, it is It is a hidden agenda. It is propaganda. It is not the aliens coming to take over, okay? Because look at, oh, you guys, there's so many things coming out here. We have the Hierophant, okay? This is sometimes my dark cult card as well. And we have the Magician. We have some manipulation happening here. Something like there could be some other plans that are trying to come together again to what? Put fear into us. Because when we are all in this fear mode and fight or flight mode, that's when we lose our power. I think this could be a very challenging 2025, you guys. Next month, I'm curious to see a little bit more, or maybe even digging into the tarot a little bit more on this, because what I'm saying is what I see is certain beams coming down from the sky, and I feel like manipulation. I don't know if this is media, you know, trying to scare you into saying like, oh my gosh, the aliens are coming to, I don't know, take over the world. That's not happening, you guys. That is not the truth. So please use your discernment. So I don't know. I am getting a potential of one of those fake alien. I don't know if it's, I want to say an alien invasion because I don't even see the aliens involved. Like, if that makes sense. It's just fear propaganda to, you know, bring up conflict and put fear into the people. Okay. So what I have to say is, the big message here is that our star family will not come here to attack us. Okay, so if there are certain broadcasts about that, yeah, you see that? I just seen something going. There's a lot of like spirits here right now, which is really cool. It's interesting. But anyway, sorry, I'm a little bit, there's lots of information coming in. So again, if there's kind of some fear-based agendas coming out pertaining to things being shot out of the sky, and that aliens are coming to, you know, run inside and aliens are coming to attack, it's a false agenda, you guys. It's false. It's propaganda. But I do strongly see something in the crystal ball with that. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's keep going here and see what else we can see. Now, I actually feel like I need to add something onto that, because with this beam of light that I see being shot from the sky, there's something weird, like really unique about it. And I'm wondering if they are going to use this as some kind of a fear-based agenda to lock people down. When I see this is putting certain rules into place. And it's kind of bringing me back to the whole, you know, so many years ago when we got locked down. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll have to pull some tarot on it just to see what energies are coming out. But I have to say there's something in terms of a potential agenda that's trying to go out there and be pushed. Now, is it going to last for long? I don't see it going on for too long. I mean, we do have the strength. So we have the strength because guess what? People are waking up. So I think that this event, again, could very much backfire and even wake up more people, okay? So we'll have to kind of move forward. But look I even have the house card. I think they're going to try to lock people down. Or they're going to be, I don't know, something about potential locking people down is what I'm getting right at the moment. So, and I have this Hermit as well. Hermit, 5, and being tied, trapped in the corner. But guess what? We have that strength again. Interesting. I don't know. Interesting, you guys. I did not expect to see this for the month of February. But all right, let's keep going here. Now, this isn't something that I seen in the crystal ball, but I was given a specific interesting word, and it was Cadbury. So I'm not sure if there's some scandals coming out. I feel like this can be relating to, you know, whether this is coming out in February, but it feels like, I don't know if this is unethical things of what's going on with the company of Cadbury. So for some reason they were talking about Cadbury, and I could just relate that to the Cadbury chocolates. Okay, you guys. So I found that very kind of unique and interesting. I guess we'll have to see if something comes out for that company. All right. Let's see what else here. kind of interesting. I am seeing just a random image pop up of Pharrell Williams. And I am just relating that to potential links to maybe Diddy. So again, we can see maybe some news when it comes to Pharrell in the month of February. All right, guys, so I know, as I've already talked about this, it is coming out again, so I'm probably going to turn around to the tarot pretty quickly here. But strong energies, you guys, when it comes to really, really heavy rains for, again, I'm getting Asia. I'm southern India. That's what I'm getting. And I don't think it's monsoon weather or that sort of weather in month of February, but there's something coming. It's like they're talking about is like it's coming in. So this could be kind of, you know, labeled more towards that natural disaster energy. I don't know if this is an earthquake or some kind of massive heavy rains, monsoon weather that's coming in when it relates to India, southern India. Okay. So with that being said, I mean, you know, with that fault line, that could even result to volcanic eruptions or volcanoes as well, earthquakes, those sort of thing, you guys. This is 2025. It's an explosive, it feels like an explosive year, more ways than one here. Okay, so again, I mean, strong when it comes to Asia for that, okay? That seems to be highlighting Asia. So I think I'm going to, let me see here. I'm going to check one more thing because I was starting to see an image. I feel like there is something about a change in leadership in Germany. It's almost like Germany is coming up here. And there's a change of leadership coming here. So I might have to dig into that a little bit more. It feels like just a very surface level image of what I'm seeing though. So we might have to ask the tarot, or maybe I'll have to do a video on Germany itself. But okay. When I talk about, you know, the news and the propaganda here, I feel like there still could be multiple, again, if this is February or going into the rest of the next couple months, I'm not totally sure, but I'm just seeing an image of the TV screen here. And it's kind of that energy of the viruses again, right? But when I'm seeing the beams of light coming from the sky, I'm almost wondering if they're somehow integrating that into the storyline, whereas this is toxic materials being shot out and you can't leave the house, or you know what I mean? That kind of scenario is kind of what I'm seeing here. So that's interesting. I definitely want to pull the tarot on what I'm seeing in the skies, because I don't know if this is, I was given the word Vegas as well before coming on, so I don't know if this was happening in Vegas or certain major cities, but I do feel like, again, this is happening in major cities. New York has been one I've seen in the past as well, that I did a tarot reading on, and it was about a potential false flag agenda when it comes to that kind of attack. So I mean, again, it's sometimes always hard to pinpoint specific time frames, but that's something I seen months ago, so I'm kind of curious to see if that's intertwining with what I'm getting again in the crystal ball. So with that being said, I think we're going to switch over to the tarot cards and let's pull some tarot for the month of February. All right, lovely souls. So let's pull some tarot cards and kind of just start with, again, what can we expect, Spirit, when we're looking at the month of February? What does the month of February look like for the collective? Oh, the healer wanted to come flying out. So that is a really good energy. Can I get one more card? All right, I guess we're getting two. We have the Mirror. And we have the Box and the Judge on the back of the deck. Let me get my trusty old Cheddar here, our lighting director, to help get some of that glare off. You can hang out with a crystal ball. All right, so Let's pull some tarot, but look at this. There is going to be, it's kind of interesting because, again, as I said, I feel like there can be kind of some scary, maybe agendas that are going to surface maybe for the month of February. But this is just this mere reflection of them keeping us trapped and in a box. And we are waking up. It's like that serpent, the snake is rising. Our awareness is arising, okay? So even though it may be a bit of a challenging month, this is going to be, I feel like, extremely a big wake-up call, especially since we had that judgment in the situation. All right, so let's see what we have, Spirit. What is the overall energy for the collective when we're looking at the month of February? What can we expect for the month of February and the collective here? The Fool, that's really positive. We have the 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the 4 of Cups. Interesting. So again, I'm getting a lot of really good energies that are leading us to, guess what? Freedom. And through our contemplation, our awareness, we are all waking up and we're starting something completely new here. So I think we are breaking through the constraints of being stuck in this box, and we are realizing that we are so much more, you guys, so much more than these limitations they put upon us. So it's going to be, yes, I feel like for the month, we're still going to be stumbling down the road. We can't see where we're going. We've got a heavy burden on our shoulders. So again, we're not out of the chaos yet, you guys. We're not out of it yet. But again, pay attention to how you guys are internally, how you guys are seeing your situations. Don't get so caught up in the news and the media. And if you are somebody that does get sucked into those things, then just don't watch it. Okay, that's my advice to you guys. I'm gonna pull some more tarot here as well. What do we have, Spirit, when it comes to the overall energies of February for the collective? And then I am curious about asking some specific questions in terms of what we've seen in the crystal ball. All right, movement, choices, and decisions. Accelerated motion. That was the card I got before. 8 of Wands, and that is moving, fast-moving energy. Look what's shooting out of the sky. Can you believe that? Solar plexus energy. Okay, so, and we also have the moving on energy. So we are moving on to a much better period, you guys. We just have to we still have to get through some of this tough energy. But the 8 of Pentacles with the outcome of February is showing, like, for an example, if something happens where we are locked down, guess what? It's going to it's this energy of, again, backfiring onto them, because look at, this is the mirror. We have the box. We have this accelerated motion where we are contemplating, we are starting to question everything, okay? You guys, question everything, because that'll start to get you thinking, okay? So really interesting. So let's move on and ask some more specific questions, because I'm curious about a couple things that I was seeing in the crystal ball. So let's see here. Spirit, I was strongly seeing something to do with, well, a lot to do with, again, unfortunately, natural disasters or earthquakes and that sort of thing. So let's start with that, because that was something that came out again and again and again. And it's like they didn't want to let that go. So Spirit, what can you guys tell us when it comes to any potential monsoons or potential earthquakes for Asia or India? What is that something that we have to be aware of for the month of February? Because it's not your typical, I think they have pretty decent weather in February. Again, I could be incorrect, please don't quote me on that. It's not your typical month, I don't think, that you would expect a monsoon, but I keep feeling like they're like, it's coming, it's rolling in. So what do we have for, let's just say Asia, India? What do we have? I was getting South India specifically when it comes to any events here. Natural events. So we have judgment. That's okay and interesting, because I seen in the crystal ball also, this is I seen like mass prayer is what I can relate that to, with certain individuals in India getting, well, large amounts, like a mass prayer happening in India, which is going to shift their consciousness, and they're going to be waking up here. The moon, there's an instability. 5 of Swords. There's that 8 of Wands again. Something's happening, you guys, in the next 8 days to 8 weeks here. It is potentially natural, but I feel like it could be manipulated with this energy. Because we do have, if we look at the King of Swords and the outcome, it is the energy of authority, it's power, right? So it feels like there has been a little bit of some instabilities happening here in India. But can I get one more card? Ooh, the Destroyer. One more card, Spirit. What is going on in India here? The prayer. Oh my gosh, did I not say there's like this mass prayer going on? I love this deck. And you know, it's interesting. I also see the Lover kind of popping out, and we have the Lovers. So there's something about, I don't know if there is a mass gathering in India where they're getting together and their divine connection and their authenticity is shining so bright that this, let's say, hiccup is minimized, because we have the moon. Like, I do not have the Tower out here, which is my big card to indicate a massive shakeup when it comes to an earthquake. I don't even have my cards to indicate a potential large flooding here, but that's what they keep talking about. So I'm wondering with this, if actually we have individuals, mass amounts of individuals awakening here in India. And it's like this energy is diverted, if that makes, you know, if you can, that's how I'm relaying the energy of the tarot, because we have the Destroyer, and then look at this, we have the prayer opposite of it. Isn't that so crazy? Wow, interesting. All right, so that's what I have here. Again, it doesn't feel, I don't see it being catastrophic. I feel like it's being diverted. It's being worked on a mass level with that prayer. So very cool, very interesting. Okay, so let's keep going. And you know, this is something that has very much been proven. Look at certain mass gatherings, mass meditations, and look at how effective they are, you guys. This is kind of that wake-up call where in groups we are so incredibly powerful. So incredibly powerful. So okay, let's ask the question, because I am curious. All right, so my big question here is, Spirit, what do we have for the collective for the month of February when it comes to a potential, let's say, false agenda? I don't know if this is relating to maybe extraterrestrials. That's too many, Spirit. Extraterrestrials in the sky, because I was strongly seeing something going down with these beams shooting out of the sky. We have the ocean, okay. Okay, the ocean, thank you. What else do we have for any potential false flag agendas coming out for the collective? We have the box yet again, my friend, and we have the womb. Interesting. Guess what? Back of the deck is the storm. Okay, so we'll probably touch base on this a little bit more, but let's pull some tarot. I'm really, really curious what's going to come out for this. What do we have, Spirit, when it comes to this potential, let's say, false flag agenda for the month of February relating to extraterrestrials or aliens taking over? What does that look like? All right, let's see what we have here. You guys, even with these oracles, there is so much here for manipulation with the weather and the patterns, you guys. We have the womb. I'm getting like a crisis, an imbalance with nature, with the earth here. And then we have that box energy with the ocean and the storm as well. So, you know, actually, okay, this is interesting, because remember when I was looking in the crystal ball, in the beginning, I seen what I thought was a fault line. And I said, I wasn't sure if it was a fault line or if it was lightning. But this is kind of the image that I seen some kind of a strike or a crack, but the fact that we have this storm and then we have a threshold underneath that as well, there's this sense that something's about to something's about to go off, and I don't know. Let's keep going here. What is going on when it comes to this potential agenda for the month of February, Spirit? What do we have here? What do we have, Spirit? Let's see. 5 of Wands. Lots of conflict. 8 of Swords, trying to keep our hands tied. Interesting. Trying to keep us, there you go, trying to keep us in that box, you guys. The Star. What was this whole question about? Is there going to be a potential false agenda or something pushed when it comes to, oh my gosh, they're coming to attack? I don't know. This is crazy. 2 of Swords. Page of Cups. 4 of Swords. 3 of Cups. So it's like, regardless, I don't know how long this, let's say, agenda is going to last for. It does feel like, even though it does feel like it may be pretty severe, because I get this sense of potentially trying to lock people down, I'm going to pull cards on that. I don't think it ends up being like a very, like, look at, you know, I don't know if I can say the specific, you know, CV, 19. Look how long and drawn out that was. And you even still see people today, you know, dealing with that. So I don't see this as being as long and drawn out as that whole, let's say, pandemic. But there's something going on here, which I feel like is let's pull some tarot on this question, because I'm curious, is this going to lead to a potential scare in terms of trying to lock people down? That's my question. If we get the Hangman, Spirit, that's all I need. Let's see what comes out. Is this a potential plan to, again, lock people down, put them in a state of fear? Like, that's what it's all about. Ace of, and the money, of course. It's always the money and the greed, right? Look at that. 8 of Wands clarified with, 8 of Swords clarified with the 8 of Swords here. Double confirmation, you guys. Guess what this is? They're trying to back us into a corner. The Fool, because they don't want us to have a start. They don't want, look at that. The Fool over the extraterrestrial, or over the stars. 8 of Pentacles. That one came out in my initial pull. So they are trying to, look at, they're sitting on the fence about what kind of agenda to push. And they're trying to push whatever it is they can, because they're losing. 8 of Wands, again, the beams coming down out of the sky, you guys. 7 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. This is a confirmation for me. I've never taken this Sun card to ever be negative, but there's something about the Sun with this situation. I'm almost hearing, like, I don't know if this is some kind of, I don't know how valid this is, but I'm hearing almost radiation potentially, or that's a scare of this agenda with certain things beaming, shooting down from the sky. It's like there's going to be some kind of a toxicity here, which is going to force people to be kind of backed into a corner, which is again going to bring out fear. So very interesting tarot card pull, you guys. Just, this is an interesting, I didn't expect this energy to come out for the month of February. So thank you for staying with me. I know it sounds like a bit of a tough energy, but again, this is also going to wake a lot of people up, from what I can say, because when we look at the outcome of this, you know, it's actually, everything's being reset. I'm hearing it's like a reboot. So there is an energy of, yes, these, you know, false flag agendas being pushed, but it's backfiring because it's waking people up here. It may be stressing certain people out that don't see the bigger picture, and they're diving into the fear. And that's why I say, you know, it's very important to really use your discernment right now and try not to get so sucked into, I guess, the media and all of that, okay? Because I've strongly seen a lot about the media and the televisions. I kept seeing televisions in the crystal ball as well. So very interesting. I mean, again, you guys, this is just a perspective. You don't have to, you can take it or leave it. It's just what I'm sharing and what I'm getting. So all right, lovely souls, so let's see here. We pulled on the weather and kind of energy of India or Asia, and we looked at the energy of a potential of being locked down or some kind of false agenda. And I have to say there is a lot of energy kind of pointing in that direction. So I guess we'll have to see how what holds out for February. Let's see here. What else can we ask? Now, I don't think I'll go in too much. I mean, I know I was seeing Pharrell Williams. That could be him being involved with potential scandals. I mean, maybe I'll do another celebrity tarot pull if that's something you guys are interested in. If not, then, I mean, I probably will leave it. But if you are interested in this specific topic, please do comment below, you guys. I do try to go through and take as many requests as I can, but I can only, I only get so many videos out here in a day. It's been pretty busy the last week or two. So let's see here. I do want to pull here with the Vegas. I got Vegas and I was getting something about Cadbury as well. So let's just pull a couple cards before we wrap up here. Is Vegas a potential spot where we're going to be seeing anything peculiar happening in the skies? Why was I given Vegas, Spirit? What's happening in Vegas? I mean, if we look at here, let's see what the cards have to say. The Star. I think this could be, I've got the Hanged Man. I think this could be maybe one of the hubs or one of the hot spots where there is something that is going down when it comes to the whole illusion that's false. Look at that. What? Or is this a potential, earthquake? Interesting. Now, I know there's been the issues with the fires in LA, and it's kind of, this is really bringing this to my attention. Look at that Emperor with the fire. His crop in the background is on fire. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think Vegas has been affected by the fires. I could be wrong, but this could even be a potential shakeup. I don't know if this is an earthquake with Vegas or the situation of what I was seeing with something going on in the sky, the extraterrestrial false plan that is moving forward. And that could be maybe a hub spot of where this happens is potentially in Vegas, because we do have that Hangman as well. It's like, keeping people trapped. It's the energy of, being stuck. And the fact that we have the Seven of Cups as well, this is not a good, it's a bit of an illusion. So there's definitely something going down in Vegas is what it looks like as well. Whether this is related, I'm not too sure, but the fact that we do have that star yet again, it very much could be relating to what I've seen on the crystal ball with these beams of light coming down into the sky. I don't know, maybe this actually sets these beams. Do they set fires potentially? So maybe we're going to witness some fires in Vegas over the next month here. Oh boy, you just chaos everywhere, you guys. Just chaos. It's crazy. All right, so you guys are going to have to let me know what you think. It's been an interesting energy pull. Now, before I wrap up, I want to pull a tarot card pull on the cryptocurrency and let's see the economy for the month of February, because I was getting a specific message earlier today about something about Friday, and it feels like things are going up. Again, please take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm not saying I'm always right, you guys, okay? This is an energy report that I'm sharing with you guys. So, Spirit, in terms of this energy that I was receiving Friday, I don't know if this is referring to this Friday, but can we expect cryptocurrency to significantly, let's say, keep going up for the month of February? What do we have for cryptocurrencies for the month of February? The One. Interesting. The One. Let's get one more. The Judge. All right, interesting. We have the Lover on the back of the deck as well. So it does look like some pretty good oracle energy. You know what? Let's take one of these guys as well. What do we have for cryptocurrency spirit for the month of February? What's the overall just energy? I'm not going to ask about a specific one, but let's just look at the overall cryptocurrency market for the month of February. All right, we have some patience, you guys, some patience, which makes me think like, yes, there could be a strong possibility that it could go up. We'll see what the tarot has to say. But again, it's kind of thinking about it as in terms of like a longer term investment. Just like when we were talking about XRP, again, I am not telling anybody to invest in anything. Please do your own research. This is an energy report. But I mean, XRP has been one of those ones that has some astronomical numbers that people are expecting, okay? And I have to say, I have personally also gotten really good energy from it. So let's see here. What do we have? But again, what I was saying, sorry, is patience, okay? So if you have it, think of it more as, let's say, a longer term investment is what I was getting. That is, from what I can see, something that could very much pay off quite largely. Okay, so what do we have, Spirit, for cryptocurrency market for the month of February? Ooh, 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, ooh, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, and we have the Lovers. Interesting, we got the Lover and we have the Lover. That's also quite a strong divine energy as well. And then we have the Knight of Cups on the back on top of that, and that's like an offer coming towards you as well, right? So when we look at this, I was wondering if the 8 of Wands was going to come popping out, which I don't see, and that's okay. But it's in terms of this, there is a lot of fire energy here. So I would say we could expect to definitely see some gains and some nice movement in the cryptocurrency for the month of February. But at the same time, it's interesting because the 4 of Cups here is really showing a bit of a disconnect. I want to say reevaluation, but sometimes this is also an energy of missed opportunities. So I cannot stress this enough, you guys. Please do your own research. I'm not telling you guys to invest in anything. But there is a sense of potentially missing opportunities here because it feels like they are down right now. And, you know, when things are down, that's definitely the time to buy. Again, I'm not an expert in cryptocurrency or anything of that matter, but I do see it increasing. I do see it, again, going up. We have a lot of fiery energy, a lot of wands, and you're either in or you're kind of out. And I feel like some people could miss an opportunity to make some pretty nice gains on their investments here. So yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, that being said, I think the whole cryptocurrency is going to be something that will continue to grow over the next, you know, say so many years here. I don't think it's specifically one day where it's just you wake up and everybody's, you know, millionaires. That's not how I see it. But there is a sense of people missing out and missing on this opportunity. I mean, kind of look at Bitcoin and how many, you know, maybe people out there heard about it and they're like, oh, that nonsense. And they didn't do in some research. They didn't look into it and just think, like, imagine having, you know, putting even $100 into, you know, Bitcoin back in the day and looking at where it's at now. So there is a sense of, yes, I feel like cryptocurrency, I'm not saying everyone is going to do phenomenal. I think a lot may, you know, potentially kick the bucket here, but throughout the next couple of years, we're going to see a huge increase when it comes to the economy with cryptocurrency being right up there. Okay, so huge changes when it comes to, let's say, the whole economy and the banking system, I guess is what I'm trying to get out. But yeah, overall, I mean, to stick with that question, can we expect certain coins to go up in the month of February? I got a big solid yes for that. Okay, my friends. So, you know, if you guys do have some money aside and you guys are interested in investing, I would say, you know, sooner than later, while prices are down, because I see them going up here. All right, so that's what I have for you guys there. Let's just pull, I'm going to end this. I'm going to pull a couple cards on Cadbury because this was something that kept coming up, that I was getting the name Cadbury, and I don't know. I mean, maybe there's not too much to it, but for some reason they were sharing it with me. So let's pull a few cards and then we'll kind of end it from there. All right, let's see what Spirit, what can you give us when it comes to the company Cadbury? What's going on with Cadbury chocolates? What's an energy report for Cadbury chocolates? The crone, and we have the nectar, and back of the deck is also the tear. Feels like somebody's crying here. What is all this about? The nectar, the tear, and the crone. What do we have? What's going on with Cadbury chocolate, Spirit? Is there any information or, let's say, things that will be released? It's almost like I'm feeling like a whistleblower. Somebody's releasing something. Oh, okay, the cards are talking. The Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. They're up to some sneaky stuff. King of Cups in that past. This feels like a whistleblower energy, to be honest. Justice. And Seven of Pentacles. And this, it's like these cards keep talking here. Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords. I mean, this is usually my card placements, but the Nine of Swords also wanted to fly out. So I'll just stick it on the back there. I think somebody's going to definitely come out. I don't know if this is an ethical thing because we have the Judgment, but it feels like the company Cadbury is definitely up to no good. Whether this is labeling, I feel like them mislabeling their products because they're definitely not being truthful about it here, you guys. Now, what's really nice about this, though, is I do see a lot of justice being served. The fact that we have the King of Swords in the outcome right next to justice, this is law enforcement. So I feel like there's a multitude of things happening with this company. I feel like ethically, especially if we look at the crone, we have the tear and the nectar. First of all, I think that they are putting certain, let's see, elixirs is the term that I get from that. Things, the ingredients that people should not be ingesting, eating. And I mean, it's kind of interesting, like, why did I get just Cadbury? Because I feel like this is so many fast food joints, you guys, that put chemicals in your food to, guess what, make you addicted to them. So for some reason, I don't know, I was given the name Cadbury, but that's why we're here. So when we look at this, it feels like, yes, there's certain ingredients, they're definitely being, not truthful about what they're actually putting into their foods. But on another scale as well, it feels like there's more in terms of like ethical things working with how are they, processing this? How are they getting the goods, the ingredients? How are they treating their, the people working for the business? It doesn't feel good, especially with that crone and the tear and the nectar energy. And if you look at this here, so I feel like somebody's almost gathering information or gathering documents, gathering data, and it's almost a whistleblower energy is what I'm hearing. So I guess we'll see if something comes out in the month of February or maybe in 2025 pertaining to specifically Cadbury, but I feel like they can be going through a lot of lawsuits when it comes to that company. Lots of lawsuits, you guys. With this energy, I wouldn't be surprised if they've already had lawsuits because it does not look like they're very shady company. So, all right, well, interesting. I think I'll end this here. I mean, this was a bit of a longer reading today, but I wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. Again, I'm sending you guys all so much love and light on your journey, and if there are any questions, feel free to comment below. I'm always open to pulling different tarot spreads for you guys, and if you guys are interested in a personal reading, you can reach me at readingswithbreanne.com, and until next time, bye for now, guys.